Welcome to Clickly! Today we are going to learn about three basic components of trigger: event, condition, and action. Rem approaches the portal and disappears instantly. How is the effect achieved? Let's check it out together! Trigger in Clickly can implement almost all the animations and effects in the game. As we already introduced, it consisted of three parts: event, condition, and action. Event is like the fuse of the trigger. The trigger will execute only when the event we set happens. Condition is the requirements that must met to execute the trigger. Action is the result of the execution of the trigger. We can understand the relationship in this way. After the event is activated and the conditions are met, the action will be executed. In addition, the event and action are a must in the trigger, but the condition is an option. For example, at the start of the game, a pet is issued to the player. In this trigger, the event is the start of the game, with no condition. The action of issuing pet is executed directly when the game starts. Now, let's use event, condition, and action to achieve the magical effect of teleportation. Step 1. Edit the terrain. First, select a unit of hero, Rem, and place it on the map. Then, we draw a circle region at the portal and a point where we want Rem to be teleported to. Rename the circle region to C1 and the point to P1. Points and regions are visible in the editor but hidden in the game. Step 2. Edit the trigger. You can click the trigger button on the top or use the shortcut key F4 to open the trigger. To add an event, click the plus button or use the shortcut key Ctrl-E. We drew a circle region at the portal, and the transportation happens when the unit enters this region. So we select Unit, Generic Unit Event in Region. Then we need to set the parameters. For the regional behavior, we select Enter. For the region, we select the circle region C1 we preset. This command means that when any unit enters the circle region C1, the event will be triggered. To add a condition, you can click plus button or use Ctrl-D. The action will be triggered only when the entering unit is Rem, so we need to use unit class operator to compare the unit class. For the first unit name, we select the function getUnitClass, and further select getEventUnit. For the Boolean operator, we select equals. For the second unit name, we select Rem. This means when the condition is met, which is the unit class for getUnit involved in the event equals Rem, the subsequent action will be triggered. Lastly, you can click the plus button or use Ctrl-R to add a new action. To achieve the effect of teleportation, we need to use the move command. In Unit, move to point. Select function getEventUnit for perimeter unit. Select point P1 we preset for perimeter point. This means when Rem enters the region C1, we move it to the position of point P1. Then we need to issue stop command to Rem. The stop action is necessary here. If it's missing, Rem will run back to the portal immediately after movement. So we add a new action. Select Unit, issue command to Unit. First, set the parameter to issue command to get unit involved in the event to stop. We have achieved the effect of teleportation in the above two steps, but we also need to consider the player's visual experience. When Rem moves, the game camera should also move accordingly. Therefore, the third step is to select camera linear movement to move the camera of player 1 to point P12. The parameter duration here refers to the time it takes for the camera to move. In order to achieve the effect of teleportation, we set it to 1 second. We choose uniform speed for movement curve form. Now the trigger is done. Let's enter the game and test the effect. Did you get it? You can continue to create projectiles around the portal to achieve the effect in the story. Now it's time to review what we have learned today. Trigger is consisted of 3 parts: event, condition, and action. After the event is activated and the conditions are met, the actions will be executed. Next class, we will learn about variable. See you next time!